citizens adhere to. And I thought very long and hard about it. Do I want to represent something like that? Do I want to give it legitimacy? Yes, I was supposed to be at a panel at the Harvard Business School and also at the Harvard Kennedy School. But I will not be able to go there because of this travel ban. Somalia is one of the 7 countries that was listed, and I happen to be a dual citizen, so I hold a Somali nationality as well as a Finnish nationality. So yes, that will have an impact on me, and as a result, I will not be able to travel to the States. It's similar to the apartheid system. It's a system that segregates. It will have a lot of implications for the Somali refugees in the Dadaab camps and in other camps, particularly in Dadaab, where they have been for the past 26 years, really waiting to be resettled, and some of them were supposed to be resettled in the United States. As a result, they will not be able to have that. And I think that is really heartbreaking, particularly for the younger generation that knows nothing else other than hardship and living in those kind of camps, and to have that kind of opportunity snatched away from them just because they happen to be Muslims or they happen to come from a country that is not by choice. They never chose to be born as Somalis, to be born as refugees, to be displaced and to be forced out of their countries.
For one, many of the parliamentarians who have now been elected are themselves Somalis who live in the US, who have varying kinds of residence permits. Some may be citizens, but many will be green card holders. Some will be on permanent residence kinds of arrangements. And they have given usually freely of their time and their expertise to come back to the country to work in support of a better Somalia. And now they may be stuck in a situation in which they're not able to return to the US. Repeal it. I mean, I don't know nothing about Donald Trump. The legitimization, in the sense of the suspicion against migrant communities, the sort of insinuation of the order is that somehow the rules to enter the US have been lax and have been easy, that somehow people who have arrived under those rules may have slipped in and are worthy or are there's a good reason to suspect them of being up to no good or having nefarious objectives. And that's really unfair, and it's completely inaccurate. The people who have come in from these countries have gone through many, many years of screening processes, and there's no reason to suspect that they are any less sort of worthy of trust than anyone else. But it will just, I'm sure that it will lead to a greater sort of divide between migrant communities and so-called host communities within the US. Staff, whether they're US citizens or not, UK citizens or whatever,